Hey, welcome back to Tabitha's Topics. I'm Tabitha Morris. I'm the owner of Clinical Consulting Agency, which is an agency that specializes in the advancement of mental health professionals and organizations around the world. Thank you all for tuning in today. You all had a homework assignment. You had a homework assignment last week where you were supposed to identify 5 decisions that you had to make last week that were very, very important. And so the reason behind that assignment was to show you how every decision that you make correlates with your emotional intelligence. Now, if you have already done so, you wrote those decisions down, or even if you took note mentally, what decisions did you have to make? And how did they cause an impact in your life? What happened in your life that caused an impact? Right? It's so important for us to gain awareness in the situation. As I always state, nothing is independent from one another. And it is okay, you all. It is okay to check in with yourself. It is okay to say, in this moment, in this time, in this space, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this moment. Y'all, listen. There will be moments in whether you're in a professional setting or a private setting where you may not be able to speak exactly how you feel, but you can't shut your mouth and take a moment, take a break when you need to, exit if you need to for a brief moment in time. But get yourself together, okay? And the reason why I say that is because I'm not invalidating anyone's emotions. I'm here for the validation. We all have the right to feel the way that we feel because our experiences are just that, our experiences, right? But it doesn't negate the fact that emotions should not run our lives, right? We have the power and the authority to make the decisions. Now, if you're a believer of faith or Christ believer, then you know that we have the authority to profess things, and we have the authority and the power that God has placed in us to decree and declare a thing, okay? So just because we see that things may not be going the way it's planned, we understand that we serve a higher God who knows all, who sees all, and he works everything out for those that love him, right? But we have to remember, and we have to remember in that moment that emotions do not run us. Because when we make those really big decisions, and hopefully, it does happen, but when we make those big decisions about what we are or what we can't and cannot do, or what we will and will not do, or what should and should not be executed, when we know it should be done despite how we feel, then we are really hurting ourselves in the long run. Nobody else, whether or not a group of people may be impacted, because if you have people under your leadership, they will be impacted by your decisions. However, if this is a decision, even if you don't have anybody directly under you, guess what? Any decision that you make, you will bear the consequences of it, and you will see the fruit of it, whether it's good or bad. So whether your emotions are running you, they should not run you, because it's fleeting. How you feel can just simply be in the moment. It can simply be a day. It can simply be a month. I mean, let's be honest. We have bad times. Bad times come. They come, they come, they come. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll stay all the time. So in the midst of those moments, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because guess what? Not only does that run into your emotional intelligence, but now it runs into your character. And your character is not how you see yourself. Your character is how other people see you. So now, what is your character saying about you? Because you're acting out, you're doing this, you're doing that, because you're having a bad day. Do you see how the impact of our emotions can lead us astray? Do you see that? Do you see how the impact of our decisions can lead us astray if we're not careful? Do you see that? So I want you to really fully understand again, when you have those bad moments in life, which we all do, it's a part of life. Listen, life is full of mountains and valleys, okay? And we gotta navigate through those valleys to have those mountaintop experiences. It is what it is. There is no escaping it. We cannot go from mountaintop to mountaintop without going through the valley. It's not even possible. Physically, if you want to say it from a physical standpoint, it's not even possible, because to go to another mountain, you got to come on down and go all the way back up again, right? So I definitely, again, just want to reiterate that your decisions are not only impacting you, but it's impacting your future. It's impacting people under your leadership. It's impacting those who may not even be attached to you yet. It's impacting everything concerning you. We want that good fruit, right? We want that good fruit. So my challenge to you is, in the midst of a bad moment, if you need to turn your phone off, if you need to unplug from the world when you can, because sometimes, guess what, business owners? You can't always unplug when you need to, because there's people reporting to you. There are people that constantly need your authority. When you are a parent, guess what? Sometimes you can't unplug. Your kids need you. When you are married, guess what? You can unplug sometimes, because your spouse may need you or your family may need you. So when you do have a moment to actually unplug and unwind, really consider yourself in that moment. Consider how you're feeling. How are you doing? How are you coping with whatever's going on with you? Again, for me, something that works for me is just really acknowledging it now. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling how I feel. Well, Tab, how exactly are you feeling? I'm feeling insecure about this situation. Let's be real. Let's be open and honest. I'm feeling fearful about this situation. I'm feeling doubt and anxiety about this situation. Come on, y'all. It's time to be real. I'm not feeling this, right? But you have to acknowledge that before you can do anything else. Because if you don't acknowledge the root, you can treat the symptom, but the root will always be present, meaning the symptoms will keep reoccurring until the root is dealt with. So, again, take this time to really evaluate some of those decisions, and try not to make decisions when you know you are not in the best mental capacity, because you can be making a grave mistake, okay? Once again, my name is Tabitha Morris. We offer professional consulting services. If you feel like you may need a little bit of one-on-one coaching in this area, definitely click any of our links below to sign up for services. Also, we have the Emerging Entrepreneurs Workshop coming back in November. So we will not be having a session this month. For those who participated in the last few months, thank you. And make sure you're doing the work that we've had planned for you. Also, for the pack session, we will be returning. If you haven't already done so, make sure you're subscribed to our channel on YouTube at Clinical Consulting Agency, which is here. Make sure that you are subscribed to our Facebook and our Instagram, Clinical Consulting Agency, and now our LinkedIn, Clinical Consulting Agency. We are here to help. We are here to make sure you thrive and become a better version of yourself. All right, guys, have a wonderful week on purpose. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. Take care of your heart. There's only one you. You're all we got. Have a good week.